From the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, this is your evening weather update.
Fred Gossage here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with your Thursday evening forecast update. It's been a hot day today, and we're going to be even hotter going forward for the next several days. We have a heat advisory on the board for our Friday across all the viewing areas, shaded here in orange, for the likelihood of heat index values tomorrow afternoon ranging from 105 to 110 across the area. So if you have to be outside, take breaks whenever possible. I know sometimes that's difficult depending on what type of work you do outside. Try to stay hydrated as much as possible as well. Here's satellite and radar composite as we work our way through the afternoon, and we've been quiet across the area. We've had a few clouds here and there, but no real rain to speak of. We will start to see a few isolated showers and thunderstorms working back into the forecast across the area as we head through our Friday and especially the weekend, but no big rain chances around here for the next several days. Here's our Futurecast breakdown this evening. Mostly clear out there. Still into the upper 80s and lower 90s as we head closer to sunset, but we do cool after we get that sun down through the 80s back into the 70s, but not really dropping out of the mid 70s as we head toward daybreak. And because of the mugginess in the atmosphere, some locations may not get below 76 to 78 for morning lows, but I think most of us will start our Friday morning in the mid 70s. Heading through the day, we warm up quickly with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. And then by the afternoon, notice the possibility of a few isolated pop-up showers and thunderstorms on the board, especially over North Alabama. But I can't completely rule out a shower over southern Middle Tennessee, but also notice how isolated they are. Many of us likely to stay dry as we head through the afternoon. Daytime highs in the mid to upper 90s. A few backyard thermometers over northwest Alabama may briefly hit 100 and 101. Again, heat index values 105 or higher tomorrow, and we're going to see more of that over the weekend as well, as we're going to be in this warmer weather pattern. Any shower from the afternoon fades away as we head toward the evening, and we lose that daytime heating because we don't have any big weather systems or any fronts around to instigate the atmosphere overnight. This is all just pop-ups from daytime heating, and they're going to be very isolated. Most of us will stay dry for Friday. A few more isolated showers and thunderstorms may be possible on Saturday, especially afternoon and evening. More of the same for Sunday, but no big rain chances around here for the next several days. And then we get into the ridge building eastward into the area once again as we get into next week. But instead of it being directly overhead like what we thought earlier may happen for next week, we may be on the edge of it again. And especially by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that may start to set us up for another thunderstorm complex type setup. We'll watch that carefully in the days ahead. But regardless, mid to upper 90s expected for the next several days through the weekend into early next week. Heat index values likely over 100, over 105. There may be several days where we have a heat advisory in place as we go forward. Morning lows also there in the low to mid 70s. Watching the tropics very carefully. Not anything big on the board, but we are watching the wave out in the Atlantic. There's now a medium possibility from the National Hurricane Center of this developing into a tropical depression or tropical storm Emily by the late in the weekend or early next week. Early indications are, however, that if it does develop, it's likely to recurve out to sea, so no imminent threats, at least, to the United States for at least the next 7 days. We'll be watching that carefully for you. Your hourly forecast for tonight, mostly clear skies, dropping out of the 90s into the 80s this evening, and then into the low to mid 70s by daybreak here for morning lows with mostly clear skies. Again, a few isolated pop-up showers are possible on our Friday afternoon, but most of us likely to stay dry. Otherwise, partly cloudy and mostly sunny. Highs in the mid to upper 90s. Maybe a few folks trying to squeeze close to 100 briefly. More of the same over northwest Alabama. A few isolated pop-up showers and thunderstorms possible. Very low chances of any one place getting rain, though. Otherwise, partly cloudy and hot. Highs in the mid to upper 90s to near 100. Heat index values 105 or higher, so take it easy if you have to be outside, if at all possible. And the weather really doesn't change a whole lot for the next several days. A daily chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms through the weekend. No big rain chances around, highs in the mid to upper 90s. Maybe a few days where we don't have rain chances on the board early next week, but then we'll have to watch the second half of next week as the ridge tries to build a little closer and we get toward that northwest flow aloft pattern once again. That may provide the opportunity for thunderstorm complexes by later next week, but still staying hot. Highs there also in the mid to upper 90s. There's a look at your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock with another check of your local weather.